Top 10 animals more famous than most humans. Humans adore animals. We study them, catalog their acts, and marvel at the breadth of their experiences. It's no surprise, then, that every now and then, a specific animal attracts our attention. These animals achieve fame and renown that most of us can only wish for. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today we are going to talk about the top 10 animals more famous than most humans. Before we get started with the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get started. Number 10. Mike the Headless Chicken. It's not difficult to figure out what made Mike the Headless Chicken famous. Lloyd Olson, a farmer, chose a chicken for lunch on September 10, 1945. Mike, an unlucky cockerel, was chosen and promptly decapitated. That would have been the end of the story for most hens, and the Olsons would have had a nice dinner. Mike, on the other hand, survived being beheaded, an accomplishment that distinguishes him from the rest of his foul comrades, and humans, for that matter. Mike's jugular vein was spared by the farmer's axe, leaving the brain stem intact. Mike was able to maintain basic motor capabilities, and a clot formed to keep the chicken from dying from blood loss. Mike's terrible disability did not prove to be a serious hindrance, as he lived to tell his tale for another 18 months as a famous sideshow attraction throughout the American Southwest. Number 9. Alex the Parrot. Alex altered people's perceptions of parrots, and birds in general, in terms of intelligence and communication abilities. He was the focus of a study by psychologist Aaron Pepperberg that lasted nearly his whole 31-year lifespan in order to investigate whether birds are capable of fundamental cognitive skills. Alex was a pet African gray parrot, a species well known for its ability to mimic human speech. Alex's knowledge of over 100 words, as well as his ability to discern shapes and colors, were impressive but not innovative. However, Alex also performed admirably when it came to tackling more complex problems and deducing a solution using his own reasoning skills. Previously, only larger brain creatures such as dolphins and primates could pass these tests. Number 8. Coco the Gorilla. Because of their interactions with people, some animals become ambassadors for their entire species. This was the case with Coco, a female gorilla who participated in an ape language experiment and rose to prominence for her ability to understand and use American Sign Language. Coco, who was born in 1971, began participating when she was just a year old. Her trainer claims that her sign language knowledge has increased to 1,000 words and that she knows approximately 2,000 words of spoken English. Coco was not alone in her endeavor to develop her species for most of her life. Michael, a male gorilla, also took part in the experiment before passing away. Despite not being as fluent as Coco, Michael apparently knew roughly 600 words and had a strong interest in painting. Number 7. Paul the Octopus. Octopuses are said to be among the most intellectual invertebrates, having excellent memories, learning capacities, and even distinct personalities. Despite these demanding criteria, one octopus named Paul managed to stand out by becoming the world's most famous oracle. Paul's divination ability was used to forecast the outcomes of Germany's soccer matches in 2 major tournaments. This was accomplished by placing 2 boxes containing food and flags of the countries involved in the game in Paul's tank at the Sea Life Center in Oberhausen, Germany, and watching which one Paul picked. Despite the fact that the octopus was only looking for food, Paul's correct choices were far above chance. He properly selected the winning team in 11 of Germany's 13 Euro 2008 and World Cup 2010 matches. Number 6. Topsy the Elephant. Topsy's existence is little known, except that she spent her final years with the circus at Luna Park in Coney Island. She was the victim of abusive trainers who used violent persuasion tactics on her. As a result, she became hostile toward her captors and finally killed one of her trainers, prompting the decision to execute her. Topsy's narrative takes an unusual turn here. Her executioner was Thomas Edison. Edison volunteered to electrocute the elephant, and he even filmed and broadcast the film electrocuting an elephant. Topsy's tragic death occurred at a time when Edison's direct current technology was at odds with Tesla's and George Westinghouse's alternating current technology. Number 5. Dolly the Sheep. The first mammal clone from an adult somatic cell was born on July 5, 1996. Dolly was crowned the world's most famous sheep, despite the fact that the competition wasn't quite fierce. While the majority of the scientific community regarded Dolly's arrival as a tremendous milestone, controversy surrounded the nature of her cloning. Dolly appeared to lead a normal sheep's life. She had 6 lambs, but survived only 6.5 years, a little more than half the typical sheep life expectancy. Number 4. Washa the chimpanzee. The fact that chimpanzees are intelligent is not news. Many tests, studies, and trials have revealed that chimpanzees have a complex social structure, high communication capabilities, reasoning abilities, and tool use. Washa is responsible for most of what we know today about chimpanzees and their intellect. Washa looked to be destined for greatness from the start. She was originally planned to be a part of the space program and one of the first animals to be sent into space. She was, however, transferred to another project where Darce, Alan, and Beatrix Gardner were looking for ways to converse with other primates. They began with oral approaches before moving on to American Sign Language, ASL, with Washo. The Gardners took Washo in and tried to raise her like a deaf-mute child. Number 3. Lady Wonder the horse. Most notable horses are known for their racing abilities, while a few are recognized for their ability to do stunts. Lady Wonder, on the other hand, rose to fame and money, primarily for her owner, as a result of her alleged psychic skills. Forget about being an animal's psychic. Lady Wonder has a career that would put most human psychics to shame. She is reported to have consulted over 150,000 people, been used to detect oil, and even been sought by authorities in connection with the abduction of a little kid. Her powers even amazed J.B. Rhine, a psychologist and botanist who tried to disprove several well-known human psychics. Number 2. Nut the polar bear. Nut was a polar bear born and kept in captivity at the Berlin Zoo after his mother rejected him. His mere appearance was noteworthy, as he was the zoo's only polar bear cub to live past infancy in over 30 years. This was enough to transform him into a major tourist attraction, with the German media covering his life and development. Animal rights activist Frank Albrecht sparked outrage when he stated that it would have been better to let the cub die rather than have it reared by humans. This sparked a great outpouring of sympathy for Nut, with many pleading with the Berlin Zoo not to kill him. Number 1. Hachiko the dog. Few dogs have done more to promote a positive image of their breed and the entire species than Hachiko. Hachiko, widely recognized as Japan's most famous dog, is known as the ultimate faithful dog who will always love and follow his master due to his daily routine with his owner, Professor Hidesaburo Ueno. Every morning, the professor took the train to work at the University of Tokyo, and when he returned home in the evening, Hachiko was waiting for him. This continued for 2 years until the professor died as a result of a cerebral hemorrhage. Hachiko continued to attend the train station every day for the next 9 years, until his death in 1935. That's a wrap on the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.